So find your comfortable standing position. We are live now, yeah. Good morning on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you for joining. I'm back from our fantastic retreat and our instructor training in Scotland. Loads of great stuff going on last week. Lots of fantastic new Oxygen Advantage coaches, instructors, upcoming, some fantastic people. So watch out for them. And let's start off focusing on a Tuesday on the breath, finding your standing position. I was watching the class that I replayed last week on Tuesday from a year ago, and I remembered that stretch that we were doing, so that was quite a nice one to do. So let's start off with that. Feet shoulder width apart. And just connecting, lightly connecting, so it's not a lock there with the fingers, just lightly connecting the fingers, softening the elbows, relaxing the shoulders. And then just let's get the movement going first, get to chest height, and then just that gentle stretch out, and then back, and then down. Diane's just jumped in there on Zoom. Morning, Diane. And then once you've got the movement going, breath in. Just light and gentle through the nose, breath out. Again, not locking out there, just gentle ease into the stretch. And breath in, standing tall, breath out. Going at your own pace now. Find your own pace, find your own rhythm, follow the breath. Keeping the shoulders relaxed. Just two more. And then just taking a moment. Let's get the spine lengthened just with a little bit of picking cherries. So just bringing your arms up, reaching up. Again, remember with this, when you reach up, watch that you don't just hike the shoulders up. So keep the shoulders heavy, drop the shoulders down, reach up here, soften the ribs. And then we're just going to gently reach one side. So we get that nice length here down the side of the ribs, and then the other side. And if you imagine you had like two sheets of glass, one directly in front of the body and one behind the body, so we're not leaning over. So you just get that nice space created there in the ribs. Just breathing. Just breathing easy. Reaching that little bit higher if you can, but again without forcing or overstretching. This is something that we were very much focusing on last week at the instructor training, is that obviously to improve, we're looking to put that extra load on the body, but not to overload it. So it's fine-tuning I'll just reach that little bit more, but not to the point where I'm overreaching. And just have that in mind in every movement we do. In fact, in everything you do. Let's do one more reach, that side, one more reach, that side. And then just bringing the arms down by the sides. And then we're going to knocking, moving the waist, moving the center, really relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the upper back, just naturally letting the elbows bend so that you're tapping across the front of the body and you're tapping across the back of the body too. So that back hand is just tapping, as you can see, the back of the hand just tapping on my lower back there. And it's the back of the palm that's tapping on the lower back. Breath is just light, soft, easy in and out through the nose. Relaxing the face muscles, relaxing the eye sockets. And with that sense of inner smile, so just relaxing the jaw, relaxing the cheekbones. And if it feels good for you, just taking a little glance a little bit further behind. But again, remembering not to overstretch or overreach. Keeping the spine long, keeping the spine tall. Have that sense of just gently lifting from the crown of the head. And when you're ready, just taking a slightly fuller breath in through the nose. On the breath out, really slow it down just into water waves. So the idea of just running your fingers, your forearms, through dense air or water, just to visualize that little bit of resistance, front of the body and back of the body. Slow it down, really slow. I tend to go a little bit softer in the knees here, a little bit deeper in the knees. Breath tends to naturally slow. And then just when you're ready, slowing it down and taking a moment just to stand. You can bring your feet a little bit closer together, just a comfortable standing posture. Stepping back out, spinal cord breathing. We take the hips, I'll show you from the side, you keep watching the front, taking the hips back a little bit. So it's as if you're going to sit down, but you're not going too low to sit down. And then breathing in, bringing the elbows back initiating this lift from here, from the middle of the upper back there and the sternum, rather than just bending the neck back. So we don't want to compress here, we don't want to compress that neck, cervical spine, we don't want to compress that lumbar spine, because if we're a little bit tight here, we tend to compress down here and then bend the neck. So watch that you're lifting here and open. I'd rather you get here rather than pulling the neck back like that. So opening up the chest, lifting your heart to the sky or lifting the sternum up, and then curving the tailbone underneath, squeezing the glutes, tucking yourself in, bringing the chin together, tucking the chin to chest. Then just do that movement gently. This is one that, again, we really need to focus on not overstretching or overreaching. Just really gently, smooth, easy movement. Really energizing the spine, getting the spine movement, getting each moving, getting each of the vertebrae moving. Breath in as we expand, and breath out as we soften. Going, that's nice, that's good. Everybody looking good on Zoom there. All of these movements should feel good, should feel energizing. If anything hurts, if you have any pain, you just stop the movement. It's not about forcing beyond what feels good. Let's do a couple more. And then take a rest. Have a little move around if you need to move around. And then we'll do that lateral movement, so just shifting the weight side to side. Start that movement first. So watch that you're not just dropping the hips. This is what can tend to happen, is you just start to drop the hips, push the hips side to side. It's not pushing the hips side to side, it's shifting the weight. So you feel a lot stronger through the lower body. Just feel the difference for that. Again, without hurting your hip, just drop the hips side to side like that, and you can feel pushing the hips as opposed to balancing and shifting the weight side to side. There you feel a lot stronger through the lower body. And then once you're shifting the weight side to side, you can just let that spine wave naturally, working up from the lower back through the mid back. Doesn't have to be a big movement. Upper back, and then the head is on the top. And again, just a gentle movement, not overstretching. Breathing easy in and out through the nose. Dog wags the tail. And you can make it a little bit smaller and a little bit quicker if that feels good, or you can make it a little bit bigger and a little bit slower. So play around. The idea is we're freeing up that, what is called lateral or side to side movement. So the spine will give side to side as well as forwards and backwards. and in rotation. Slowing it down when you're ready. Slowing it down. Slowing it down. Good. I want to do one more lateral side to side. We've done the reach up actually, which is quite nice, opening the rib cage that way by reaching up. What we're just going to do is the opposite way. So I'm going to mirror you, and we're going to start from the head and the neck. Head and the neck goes, so if I'm mirroring you, I'm going to the left, and then this left arm just glides down the body, and then you feel that space here, again without overreaching. And just stay in that position and just breathe here into the side, into that right side of the ribs. Just gently, not forcing, not going too far again. And then slowly come back up. Get that idea of lengthening and lifting before you go to the other side. So head goes. You'll feel that gentle stretch here through the neck, and then upper back, gently over. It's not how far can you go, it's till you feel that space here in the ribs, and just breathing here into the side of the ribs. And then slowly back up. Good. And just take a moment. And then we'll just do a little bit of shaking. So it's always nice to shake. And again, however you feel, you might just feel you need a gentle shake this morning, or you might need a little bit of an active shake. So you can keep your feet on the ground and start to use your legs as pumps. And then you can bring your arms into it so you can shake your wrists. Really free up the shoulders. And if it feels you need a little bit more, you can start to just tap the heels into the ground. Get that vibration through the bones. So just getting that vibration going up through the body. You can hear it, of course, in my voice there as I'm tapping the heels into the ground. Really let the shoulders go. Let's either put a hum on the sound, on the breath, or a vocal sound. So we take a fuller breath in. Nice strong hum out. Get all that vibration actually going on in the face, in the nasal cavity. Or you could put a sigh in there if a sigh feels good. Just play around with it. Just playing, creating sounds. What feels good for you. And then gradually slow it down, slow it down, slow it down, slow it down, slow it down. And just take a moment just to stand. Maybe just open up the shoulders a little bit. Have the palms facing out towards in front of you. Feeling how you've moved that energy, how you've created that energy flowing through the body, through that shaking, through our spine work so far this morning. Now let's do some breath flow with some movement, so with some of the Qigong style movements. And we'll start off with flying. Arms float up. Elbows soft, shoulders soft. Down. Get the movement going first. Relax the fingers, soften the elbows, relax the shoulders. Keep that long, tall spine. Feel the heaviness in the elbows as you get to about here, the heaviness in the shoulders. Feel those back muscles working. Once you've got comfortable with the movement, we'll just let the breath guide the movement. So breathing in, breathing out. And then let your breath guide the movement. So again, finding your comfortable pace, not necessarily following my pace, or if you're watching on Zoom, following anyone else's pace. Just let the breath, your breath, guide your movement. As you breathe in, feel the body expanding, the spine extending. As you breathe out, softening. Back of the body strong, strong spine, front of the body soft. And breath should be light and soft, effortless. You shouldn't feel as if you're running out of breath or that you're breathing heavy or breathing too much air. If the breath starts to feel a little bit challenging, just breathe easy in and out through the nose. Don't necessarily have to breathe with the movement. Smooth, fluid movement. Let's do one more and then we'll just take a rest for a moment. Bringing your feet about hip width and just standing for a moment. Stepping back out. Soaring crane. So again, shoulders, upper body, palms facing down to start off with. Relax the shoulders, really soften the shoulders here. If we start to use the shoulders get really tight. So drop the shoulders down, drop the shoulders. And then palms and arms come out to the side. We rotate, connect thumb and forefinger, and then come back to center. Just get a couple of those movements going. Expanding the chest, lengthening the spine. Now allowing the breath to guide the movement, expanding as you breathe in, softening as you breathe out. And gradually lower the hands. So you can come a little bit lower towards the lower ribs. So you're sort of like lower rib height now. And you can really pay attention to that expansion. A little bit lower down in the body. Remembering too that this is a whole body movement. If we hold ourselves rigid in the lower body, if we hold ourselves rigid in the upper body, then it's really going to feel it in the shoulders. So you want that soft, almost like jellyfish type of movement throughout the whole body. A couple more. Taking a moment. Just letting the shoulders relax now. And final movement for this morning. Extending, breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out, going with your own breath. As you breathe in, lifting the heart to sky. Breath out. Let's cross the hands, connecting the thumbs, interlocking the thumbs, crossing the hands, resting just below the belly button, bringing your feet together. If it feels comfortable for you, if it feels safe for you, just closing your eyes and just allowing the body to rock and sway. Perhaps side to side, forwards and backwards, or in a spiral. Just to allow the body to move as it needs to. Just let the breath be soft, just natural breathing in and out through the nose. Just tune into that physical sensation as the air, as it just flows naturally in and out through the nose. And then just when you're ready, taking a calm, slightly fuller breath in. Opening up the eyes at the top of the breath, stepping out. Having maybe a little stretch if you feel you need another stretch. Maybe you feel you need another twist. You may need another little bit of a shake. And we will finish there. Thank you. Great to see you on this Tuesday morning. A little bit more focus on breath there. On Thursday, a little bit more focus on the movement, but obviously guided by the breath. And a reminder too that on Friday, at 1 o'clock UK time, a free lunch and learn with another OA coach, an Oxygen Advantage coach, Ken Gilbert, who's based in Belgium. Fascinating guy. He teaches MoveNat, so he's going to be talking a lot about natural movement. He teaches pose running, which is great. I want to find out a little bit more about that. So we'll be chatting to Ken on Friday, and that's a free session, and I'll pop the link underneath the videos today. So if I don't see you on Thursday, I'll see you on Friday, but I'm sure I'll see you on Thursday. Thanks for joining. Have a great day.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.